Hello, everyone. Welcome. Today's Wednesday, September 9th. Already. Yay for September. Let's see. My name is Candace. This is a channel about stitching. Sometimes mostly cross stitch, sometimes a little quilting or knitting thrown in. Let's see. Flosstube number 21. Yay! It's been a day. I was worried I wouldn't be able to do this until later tonight, but things seem to be calm at the moment. We had some technical difficulties with school this morning. Zoom decided not to play nice for a little bit, so they had kind of an extended lunch, and then things seem to be going fine now, so let's just say I did not get any of what I wanted to get done today done. So it's okay. It'll get done eventually, whatever. Most of it was stitching related anyway. So let's see. We had a holiday weekend here in the States. We had Labor Day weekend. We went to my mother-in-law's. We went on Friday and we came back Sunday night because my husband and I both had to work on Monday. So it was fun. I did not get much stitching done, but that's okay because we had a blast. And we did have some family that was able to make it. My kids were basically outside for 2 days. It was fantastic. My dog's coming down the stairs. I don't know what the deal is today. She can't seem to be without me. Bella, just lay down. She needs her nails trimmed too, so I have to do that tonight. She's going to be super thrilled about that. That's a two-person job. My husband holds her and I trim her nails. So her nails are black, except for one nail on each of her hind legs, and that one is white. It is very odd, but the rest of her nails are black, so it's really hard to see where the quick is. And I will say I probably don't cut them quite as short as they should be, but I also don't want her to bleed all over the place, so that'll be fun tonight. Then maybe I'll just have a glass of wine afterward. So let's get into the stitching. My video last week was a whip parade, and it's funny because I had said how I wanted to keep up on my 100 days stitching that I'm doing for the Stitch Talk HAED challenge group. And the other was that Tour de France started in a different group. So that one is in Full Coverage Fanatics. So I'm using the same project for both of those, which works out really well. And other than that, I only touched one project. So I did my daily, one other project. But I'm kind of excited about the progress I've made on that one. So let's start with the daily. Jeez, making a mess over here. So this is mini Citrine. That's her. This is a Heaven and Earth Designs. And it is a mini, so it's not ginormous. But, dun, dun, there's where I am now. I have gotten quite a bit done on this side over here. So I'm pretty excited. I'm going to work on a couple more colors on that side, and then I'm going to move back into the sky area here so that I can get down far enough so I'll be able to roll it up, and then I'll be able to get to the bottom. So, pretty excited about that. I've gotten probably around 1,000 stitches this week on that one. I'm not going to add them all up, you know, to give you an exact count, but probably right around 1,000 stitches. And on that one side, I can see why people wash their projects now, especially full coverage pieces like that. My fabric is dirty. I mean, that was white fabric, and I can see in the middle where it's clean, and then the outsides are dingy. So it definitely needs a bath when it's done. I get it now. I get the whole washing projects thing. Obviously small ones you don't need to, but larger ones for sure. So it is Sampler September, and I had said how I wanted to catch up on the Linen and Threads 2020 Mystery Stitch Along. Mania had kind of set me back. I managed to get May done the first day of Mania. So that way my day one Mania start, I was still able to work on, but I was finished with the May portion of this. So I had June, July, August, and September has already released. So I'm basically 3 months behind with the fourth one, you know, needing to get done this month. So I circled what I've done. This is how far along we are, and you can see, now, the reason I did this is I forgot to take a picture of where I was at before I started working on it. So this is basically your before picture right here. So I had all of this done over here. Oops, right here. And then this is what I needed to do right here. So, and then the darkest red, that's September that was just released. So these right here are what was just released for this month. And I'm doing this on a 28 count light gray Jobelin. And hooray! I'm so close to having August done. So let me move this a bit. You know, this fabric is great because I have scrunched it, I have rolled it, I've folded it, and it really does not look bad considering all that it's been through in the last, 9 months. So you can see that this motif right here is not filled in yet. That's what I'm working on right now. That is the end of August. So I already did this guy. And then I just need to do, there's 2 birds and then some little things that go right in the middle right here. And I can probably get that done. I would say today, but the boys, my oldest has a dentist appointment. They have swim. I have to run to the bank. Unless my husband runs to the bank. And then dinner, bed. So I still need to, I haven't worked on mini citrine yet today. So this, if it doesn't get done today, it will get done tomorrow. And then I will just have September. And then I'll be caught up. So I'm super excited. And I'm loving it. I kind of wish that I had only just used one color or one variegated floss and that was it. Because I'm trying to make it all flow together. So I'm using one variegated and then I'm using 4 solids. 5 solids. So it's been interesting. But I got this guy done. He's a little fat. He's a row off in his tail feathers. It's okay. It's quarantine 15. Or in his case, probably like 15 ounces. So bird. Little snowflake type motif. This was August right here. And then these 3 down here. So where my initials are and these 2 at the bottom. Those were June. So I got those done. And I did put my initials in. I got my initials and the year. So I got to finish it. Once December comes out, I got to get it done. So I'm pretty excited that I've gotten this far. I worked on it a tiny bit this morning, but I really needed to be present for the kids and their technical difficulties, which thankfully was not a problem on our end. It was a problem on technology's end. It was not our internet, it was Zoom. So, that's it for whips. For cross stitch whips. How about a knitting whip? Because as you guys know, I am doing the HAED Fall Knit Along. And it started on September 1st. Sorry, my needles are a little, let me get these back in order here. Started on September 1st. There we go. And it runs until November 30th. So I am doing the basic raglan. That was the basic raglan pullover is my very first project for this. I only signed up for 2 sweaters. I haven't started the other one yet. Only basic raglan. So I showed it to you guys last week, and it was pretty much just the collar and some short rows for the back. Well, this week I have more sweater. I put a little progress keeper of where I was when I showed it to you guys. So I got quite a few inches done, and I know it's really hard to see the colors in this, but they're gorgeous. They're gorgeous. I love them. And look, I know it's not going to focus. Of course it's not going to focus. I really need to figure out a different way to record. But that little progress keeper is a kitty cat. And I know you can't see it. So anyway, I am very close to separating the sleeves. And I didn't pull out a longer cable yet. So that's why it looks like this. But here's the back. The back is just a tad longer than the front. So I'm very excited. I got some knitting done on this. So I'm going to take this today and I'm going to work on it while the Owen's in the dentist, and then while the kids are doing their swim. Because it's easier to just knit around and around and around than to try and take stitching with me. Especially the humidity in the pool area at the YMCA. It's so much easier to knit than it is to stitch. Sweaty hands are okay for knitting as long as it doesn't change your tension too much. But so that's it. And I talked about this last week. This is True by Joji Locatelli. She's the same one that designed the sweater that I'm working on right now. This one is done in Knit Picks City Tweed. Just having a moment. It's DK weight yarn. The color is called Kitten. So I love that sweater. I wear that sucker all the time in the winter. It was a lot of knitting, but it worked up really fast. So same yarn, different color for my next sweater for this knit along. And finally, we've got two things. My stash acquired two things this week. So the first one is Color and Cotton. This was their August fabric, and it just says special edition. It doesn't actually have a color. I got the 32 count Lugana, and this is a 13 by 17. Nice, fantastic neutral. I love that the edges are all serged. It's just fantastic. So this will come in handy for any of those, charts that just need something a little neutral because they're really colorful. So I got that. And then the Bonnie and Camille Quilt Bee book came out. I got this in the mail yesterday. Anyone else that pre-ordered it probably got theirs yesterday too. I am really excited. There's actually going to be a quilt along for this quilt that's on the front. I am not doing this quilt. Sampler cross stitch, I like. Sampler quilts, and there is actually a cross stitch for this too. So if you pick up this book, this is the Shine On cross stitch. That is the cross stitch right there. Looks just like the quilt. I will probably do this. I love the colors in it. I could absolutely see putting this up in my craft room down here. So I really like it. And I believe they just use regular DMC colors. But the chart is in this book. So I don't need to buy that separately. Yeah, you can use Cosmo or DMC. I may end up using Fancy Floss. Uh-oh, somebody came down to bug me.
Look at this.
And he wasn't supposed to. Here, let's show everyone. What'd you make?
It's a tanker with a whole bunch of gadgets.
A tanker with a whole bunch of gadgets. I see a spider web. We got Beard Guy. He's actually from the camping set. The camper.
And then there's another one over there.
I see her. She was from the camping set too. She was like the mom.
And there's a piece of gold right there.
Oh, okay. All right, go back upstairs. I'm almost done.
Okay.
Thank you.
And these two people are rich.
Awesome.
They have that gold.
Okay.
And if anyone steals it, they are doomed for real. And they have a secret weapon right there.
Okay. Go back upstairs, build something else.
It'll shoot TNT. The secret weapon will shoot TNT.
Okay. Bye. I love my kid. Now he's going to bug his brother, who is still doing school. Evan just gets done a little bit earlier, and then they can do like ABC Mouse or whatever. So here are, it shows the colors, fabrics, what count you use, what size fabric you need. It's got directions on how to cross stitch. If there are any quilters out there that want to learn how to cross stitch. And then the chart is in here, and the chart is full color. I love it. I might use some of those. Let me grab it down real quick. I might use some of these for it. These were from Stitchy Stuff on Etsy. And they're super amazing bright colors. So I need to go through and pull the DMC for the cross stitch. And then I will match up the closest. And then if I need to order anything, I will order from her. I think that's what I might do. And I'll definitely do it on white. I don't think this would look... I don't think it would look right on a different color. So I think it definitely needs white. Even the quilt uses a white background. But I wanted to show you guys a couple of things. Like, I won't be doing this quilt, but there are a lot of other quilts in here. This is a good size book. There are a lot of other quilts in here, and I can use any of these blocks to make a quilt. You just put a bunch of blocks together. So, this one is the Legacy quilt. I'm digging it. Look at that. I just love it. The next one is the Rainbow quilt. Now, I've got to have fabric in a bundle somewhere that I can make this quilt. I've got to. Let's see. This is the Weekender quilt. This one is fantastic because it's basically, I think, just a bunch of... Well, it's 9 patches and then just a little extra. So, there's that one. And you can see, and there's like little stories behind all of these quilts. The Beehive quilt. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Look at all those tiny pieces. So this is actually, it comes, this one is 3 sizes, lap, twin, or queen. The queen is a 94.5 by 94.5, so it's a really good size quilt with a good overhang. But, these blocks are tiny. Like, to make the queen, you have to have 169 of these blocks. 169 of those. I'm very ambitious. And then here is Camille's Beehive quilt. I just love it. I love it, I love it. With the little sashing in between each in a different color. Yeah. So I have a feeling that one's probably going to happen soon. Now this quilt right here, I wonder if they show this whole thing. Oh, yeah, they do. Okay. So here it is right here. I mean, this is super beginner friendly. Those are huge blocks. And this is just using, I want to say this is Camille's. Yeah, this is her at-home fabric. But this gives you an idea of, there, I don't want to show the directions. It gives you an idea if you use different color palette for each of them. This is what she used, was blues and greens, maybe a little bit of gray. But if you use, let's see, the top one is the grays, greens, and reds from the At Home collection, and the bottom one is the Shine On collection. So that would be an amazing beginner-friendly quilt. And this, so this is the Little Snippets thread catcher. How cute is that? You can put your scissors, a pen, you put your little orts inside because it's a thread catcher. So, I'm loving it. I think I'm going to have to make it any scrap fabric and you'd be able to make that. And of course, all the directions are in here. So, I found a ton of ideas in here, and I have a ton of fabric that I can use for those. He's back again. I'm almost done. Hold on. Okay. So anyway, that's all I have for today. Last week was really long. This week is nice and short. Give me the car and I will show them. There he is.
And if you press that little thing, it'll shoot.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. Ready? You're going to have to find it.
Oh.
I think it just went in the box.
Yeah.
So anyway, I hope you guys have a great week. I need a glass of wine, but it's too early for that. So I'm going to get this rugrat a snack and then get one for my other rugrat who's almost done so we can get to the dentist and then to swim and then dinner. And then I can relax and stitch. So I hope you guys have a great week. I will see you next Wednesday. And I wanted to give a quick shout out to Janet with Janet Jabber. She did not do a video yesterday. I believe from her Instagram post, her dad may have taken a turn for the worse. So I'm sending her all my love and all the hugs.
Mom.
All the hugs. Because I've been there. I know exactly what you're going through. And I don't wish it on my worst enemy. So sending Janet some love. Hopefully we will see her back soon. And anyway, thanks guys. I'll see you next week.